Let's be honest. Have you ever had that feeling you look in the mirror and you just don't recognize the person staring back? The one who was supposed to be a winner? You start things with so much fire, so much energy, and then it just fizzles out. You stop. Well, it's a question that haunts almost all of us. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and unlock the actual secret that separates the people who finish from the ones who just fade away. So let's just get right to it. Look at this. This isn't just a random number. It's a staggering fact from years of research by Napoleon Hill. 97% of people who start something new, they quit. Their biggest dreams just get buried under that one simple phrase, "I'll start tomorrow." But look, we're not here to hang out in the graveyard of good intentions. We're here to understand the 3%, the ones who build monuments. And this is the real question, isn't it? It's that frustrating loop. You wake up, you're fired up, ready to go. By the afternoon, the excuses start creeping in. And by nighttime, you're just left with that sinking feeling of regret. So what is this invisible wall we keep running into? What's really holding us back? To solve this thing, we've got to diagnose the right problem. Because the issue isn't a lack of talent, and it's definitely not a shortage of big dreams. The real problem is that most of us are fighting the wrong enemy entirely. And here it is. This is the culprit. We are junkies for what's called hollow enthusiasm. You know that feeling, right? You get a new idea, your brain gets this massive hit of dopamine, and for a second you feel like you can literally conquer the world. But that feeling, it's not real motivation. It's just a temporary chemical high. And when it wears off, and trust me, it always wears off, you're left all alone staring at the long, hard road ahead. So here's the absolute key takeaway. The 97% confuse enthusiasm with discipline. Think of enthusiasm like a firework. It's brilliant, it's exciting, and then it's gone. It's completely unreliable. Discipline, on the other hand, isn't a feeling at all. It's a system. It's the engine that just keeps chugging along, especially when the feelings are long gone. It's stable, it's long-term, and it's the bedrock that the 3% build their entire lives on. And this is where it gets really dangerous. Quitting isn't just about one missed workout or one chapter you didn't write. Napoleon Hill warned that this is like a slow assassination of your own spirit. Every single time you give up, you're chipping away at your self-belief. You're teaching yourself that your word to yourself means nothing, until one day you stop trusting yourself to do anything at all. Okay, enough about the problem. How do we fix this? Let's talk about the solution. Let's turn our attention to the ones who actually succeed. What's their secret sauce? Do they have more hours in the day? Nope. They just have a fundamentally different mindset. In his masterpiece, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill calls persistence the cornerstone of all success. But it's his definition that changes everything. It's not about passion. It's not about excitement. It's the ability to, get this, embrace boredom. It's about showing up and doing the unglamorous, repetitive work day in and day out, long after that initial spark has completely vanished. And this right here is the game changer. The 3% know that motivation is a traitor. It's that flaky friend who promises to help you move and then never shows up. It will abandon you right when you need it the most. So they don't wait for it. When their brain starts whispering, let's just take today off, their system kicks in and says, nope, this is the exact moment we leave the other 97% behind. All right, so let's get practical. You ready? Because Napoleon Hill didn't just point out the problem. He gave us the blueprint. This is the how-to manual. These are the core rules for building the kind of discipline that can actually construct the life you want. So listen up. Okay, let's run through these. First, a definite chief aim. Not a vague wish like, I want to be rich, but a crystal clear goal. Second, an organized plan. You break that big goal down into tiny, daily actions. Third, you have to treat persistence like it's a part of your character, like carbon fused into steel. Fourth, a mastermind group. You surround yourself with people who pull you up, not drag you down. Fifth, use the power of your subconscious by visualizing your success every single day. Sixth, quick decision-making. Make your decisions fast and be slow to change them. And finally, number 7, the big one. Always choose action over overthinking. Action is the only known cure for fear. Now, I know, 7 rules, that can feel a bit abstract. So let me tell you a quick story that makes this whole thing tangible. It's about how an impossible task was accomplished with just one simple daily rule. So picture this. There's this legend about a simple craftsman who gets this crazy idea. He's going to build a magnificent temple on top of the highest, most difficult mountain around. And of course, the villagers, they all laughed at him. They said, "You're a fool. You've got no money, no tools, no help." But the craftsman, he didn't argue back. He just made one tiny promise to himself. Every single morning, he would carry just one stone to the top of that mountain. And at first, it looked ridiculous. After a month, all he had was 30 stones. A year went by, and it was just a messy pile of rocks. People were telling him he was wasting his life. But then, 5 years later, the villagers woke up one morning, and they saw the first rays of sunlight hitting the golden dome of a breathtaking temple, standing proudly right on the summit. So of course, they all rushed up the mountain and asked him, "How did you do this? What kind of magic did you use?" And the craftsman, he just showed them his calloused, scarred hands and said quietly, "This isn't magic. It's math. One stone, every single day." You see, great achievements aren't born from one giant explosion of effort. They're the sum of thousands of small, unseen, consistent actions. So, that brings us to you. What's your first stone? And are you ready to pick it up? Because let me be very clear, that little voice in your head that keeps saying tomorrow is actively stealing your future from you, one day at a time. You're faced with a choice. Right now, in this very moment, you get to choose your pain. There's the short-term discomfort of discipline, which is light. It's measured in grams. Or there's the lifelong crushing burden of regret, which is measured in tons. Which one do you want to carry? The choice is yours. Okay, let's make this real. I'm challenging you to a 90-day transformation. For the first 30 days, your only job is to show up. That's it. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. The goal isn't results, it's just attendance. Then, from day 31 to 60, something powerful happens. Your identity shifts. You stop saying, "I'm trying to work out," and you start saying, "I am a person who works out." And finally, from day 61 to 90, that's when the magic kicks in. That's momentum. The action becomes so automatic that not doing it starts to feel wrong. So here you are, standing at a crossroads. One path is comfortable. It's crowded with the 97%. It's paved with good excuses, and it ends in a swamp of regret. The other path? Yeah, it's uphill. It's lonely at first. It requires sweat. But it ends at the summit. It ends where the 3% live. Your brain is probably whispering to you right now, "Start tomorrow." Tell it to shut up. So pick up your pen, pick up your running shoes, pick up your first stone. Do it right now, because this day, right here, will never come again. And as you make that choice, just ask yourself one question. Am I going to be the person I was yesterday, or am I going to become the person I was always meant to be?